That's clean.
That's smooth.
That's smooth.
What do we got here?
Nintendo presents some unintelligible logo.
What's it gonna be?
What is this shit?
Who's that guy?
What is this nonsense?
What year is
Who thought it was a good idea to like 3D model guys and then render them out as low poly sprites? Who thought that was ever a good idea?
I remember thinking it looked pretty cool when I was a kid.
You probably kind of thought it was like 3D models or something.
Probably. Donkey Kong is a man of the world. Look at him.
He's a man of like Africa or whatever.
I don't think he's a man at all, actually. But he does have a tie.
He thinks he's a man. I guess you got to do a different save.
One player.
Two-player contest
Two-player was
or
cool.
two-player team. You two-player
Donkey
team.
Kong Country. Look
So we're
at
playing
this.
Donkey Kong Country for some reason.
Yeah.
So this is
It's
one
a
of
game.
yours. I didn't really ever play Donkey Kong Country when I was a kid.
Really?
Not really, no.
I remember.
I didn't have a Super Nintendo. My grandparents had a Super Nintendo, and they had like 3 games for it. So when we get to Killer Instinct, that'll be one of the games that I remember from my Super Nintendo.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be bad at this. Surprise.
Yeah, that's the
I
first
remember
time
it
you played the
being
game for
hard.
a while. Yeah, I always think that it looks neat. I think the last time I played Donkey Kong Country was like on Virtual Console on the Wii U
Yeah.
when I was like testing it at Best Buy or something.
Yeah.
What are these sluts?
Those are the human traffickers that patrol the jungles.
So are you Donkey Kong or are you Diddy Kong?
You're both. You're like, that's like
They're like, yeah,
that's like your mushrooms.
yeah.
From Mario.
You my
whatever.
Donkey Kong.
You my Kong donkey.
My Kong donkey. Gross.
So okay, there's balloons up there. Whoop.
So you become Donkey Kong when you get like a big mushroom, basically?
Well, you start as Donkey Kong. It's just like whichever one you're not.
Why would you?
I think you can switch
You can just like switch it.
at will.
But you get a power up that adds the other guy. But if you get hurt, then one of the guys goes away.
Exactly.
Is it the guy you are? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the guy you are that goes away. He just
Oh,
runs away
this-
like
this-
a bitch.
This thing. How do you? There we go.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Man, fucking side-scrolling platformers
Oh,
were a
we're going
thing
in
for
here.
such a long time.
Yeah.
I had an idea for a side-scrolling platformer
Oh yeah.
that I drew on a piece of paper and then like wanted my mom to send to like a game company.
Nintendo Power.
Yeah, send it to
We
Nintendo
got
Power.
the Kong.
It was just like some anthropomorphic tiger was my idea. It was just like a tiger guy that was
sounds
running around.
fucking great, dude. Why have you never told me about this?
I played a lot of Croc.
Ropey
We're gonna get to
Rampage.
Croc.
Yeah.
Croc was my jam for a while. It
Oh,
was
man, it's
basically
already-
Super Mario 64 on the PlayStation, is what it was.
It's already like super dark and scary. Let's go.
Yeah, this
here.
game is pretty neat. Also, ZSNES is a pretty fucking dank emulator.
Yeah, it's one
Like-
of the better ones that I've used.
Whoever developed ZSNES is a baller supreme.
Yeah, I remember this is like a game that I thought was like real cool.
Yeah.
And I didn't have it like I didn't have a SNES. I always had to play it at like friends' houses or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't have a SNES either. My first console was a PlayStation 1.
Mine was an N64.
Yeah, I never had an N64. However, when we used to, I may have told this story before, when we used to go on vacation to our condo in Florida,
Your condominium.
our condominium, a thing you used to be able to do at Blockbuster Video and
Oh,
Hollywood
yeah.
Video is rent game consoles. They'd give you like a carrying, bag with like some controllers and an N64 in it. Oh, I'm getting a call.
Hold up. That's fucking Barack.
That's Barack.
Barack Sampson. Shoot.
So yeah, we used to rent an N64 every time we went on vacation.
They
And
also
I
used
played
to have
Pokemon Snap, and I played Rampage, and
Yeah,
I
man.
played. Rampage is similar to this game, actually. It's like 3D models rendered as sprites or whatever.
Yeah, Rampage was cool.
Rampage is cool. I played those, and I played Super Smash Brothers. I played the shit out of the original Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones I played on N64.
They also used to have them just in hotels sometimes.
Oh yeah, totally.
You could,
And like in
rent time on or
dentists'
whatever.
offices and stuff.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Now
Damn
it's
it.
GameCubes. They still have GameCubes in like pizza ranches and stuff.
Yeah, GameCubes are great.
GameCubes are great. Nintendo makes incredible consoles with awesome libraries of games.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for the NX. Whatever it is, we're getting it.
yeah.
We're getting an NX.
I'm
Even
ready
just to
for it.
support
We
Nintendo.
don't have a Wii U, and that
We should have
feels
a
like
Wii
a
U.
great crime.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of cool fucking games on there.
We got to get an NX and we got to get that Spirit of the Wild for it or whatever. Zelda.
Oh, that looks great.
Looks incredible. I'm full mast erect for that game. Also, what the fuck was with that putt-putt Let's Play you did?
What do you mean?
I encourage anyone of the 3 viewers that we have to go back and watch that putt-putt Let's Play if they haven't, because that was a masterpiece.
I fucking beat that game.
You did beat that game.
I beat Putt Putt Goes to the Moon.
You sure did. You got a fucking game checked off our list.
Ugh. Shit.
They both died. So
Yeah,
can you
I fell
can you take
off.
2 hits? Like you get hit as one, if you're one guy and you get hit, you die?
Yeah, like you get hit, one guy goes away, and then you
Mhm.
have the other guy. But like if you fall off, you just fall off.
Yeah.
That
It kind of reminds me of
doesn't
like
do
playing
anything.
as the ice climbers in
Yeah, Double
Smash Bros.
Dash. It kind of reminds me of Double Dash as well.
Oh yeah. Man, a game that should be on the list if it's not is a
That
game
roll is
called
dangerous.
Mad Dash that I played for the original Xbox. I've told you about this, right? I rented it from Blockbuster Video once, and they forgot to actually check it out to me, so
Oh, yeah?
it wasn't on a receipt, so I just kept it. So I have a Blockbuster box with Mad Dash in it, and it's a pretty. I thought it was a pretty fun like foot racing game where
Oh,
you
yeah?
play as like little animal characters or whatever. There's like a rhino and a hippo or whatever, and you like run. Just like running, and it's like Mario Kart, but you're running on your feet.
That sounds familiar, actually.
It's pretty neat, I think. I don't remember if it's actually good, but I had a lot of fun with it as a kid. So
Yeah.
it's gotta go on the list.
um,
But yeah, okay. What do you remember about this game? Because
Yeah.
I didn't really play this game.
I just remember like going to my friend or cousin's house and
My
it being,
cousin.
like, it being like fucking rad. Like this and Sonic
Yeah, Sonic.
were like the
Sonic
cool
the Hedgehog.
games. And I remember it being hard. And right now it's not like that hard. I just am bad
Yeah.
at everything.
Yeah, Sonic.
Fuck those
I
armadillos.
specifically remember being in a Best Buy with like a Dreamcast running Sonic Adventure on
Yeah.
it, with like Sonic running around in like a beautiful Japanese crystal blue ocean or whatever,
Like
you know.
dolphins
Just-
fucking or killer whales.
yeah, just be. That's Sonic 06, bro.
That's like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I wanted a Dreamcast so bad. I never had a Dreamcast, and I never had a SNES. But
Bitch.
my grandparents had a SNES, so I played some SNES games.
Yeah.
SNES games I played were Killer Instinct, and like some Pac-Man game where it was like an adventure game where you had to. Kyle and Keith
Hey,
from
boy.
Run Button have played that. The Pac-Man one where like
Oh, yeah.
he's walking around.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you,
I remember
you
that.
gotta like
Yeah.
kind of click on stuff and he might do something with it. It's like a really weird game.
We're all too soft.
What is he talking about?
He's telling me about the mechanics of this game.
So that's Cranky Kong. So what are we trying to
Geek's Cabin.
do?
I don't know. I don't know if that's. We're just like going around Donkey Kong Island fucking shit up.
Just getting bananas, fucking shit up. Just tearing ass. It's time to chew ass. Dick kick 'em.
Come on. The KONG reminds me of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Yeah.
I'm a pretty big fan of emulators. I love classic consoles. Like I love having them. I love that we have an N64 and a PS2 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I also love that even if you don't have them, you can like
Yeah.
play an authentic or or upgraded version of old games. You know, like ZSNES. Another thing that's cool about ZSNES is it's one of those emulators that lets you do like scan lines and stuff if you want,
Yeah.
which is kind of neat.
Yeah, you can just get like a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
And put like every classic game that exists on it.
Yeah. I kind of want to do that as a project sometime, just like
be
build
really
a
cool.
Raspberry Pi, like a Raspberry Pi R emulator box. And
Yeah.
Just put all the emulators and all the ROMs on that shit.
I also remember the music being pretty fucking sweet.
In this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's
pretty,
a lot of
it's
there's a
pretty
lot of
decent
cool
so far.
music.
Donkey Kong's historically got good music. Put your hands together
I gotta get that
and start to clap.
thing. Got it.
Something,
Got that
something.
fish.
This monkey rap. DK. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is here. Yeah, platformers were like an insane thing. Like that was like a huge part of what video games were for a long time. Like
Yeah.
Spyro the Dragon and Croc and Super Mario 64.
3D platformers were interesting.
Yeah, and like Crash fucking Bandicoot.
Yeah, man. Solid game. Solid game. Oh, I guess that's a bad guy. I thought
Yeah.
that was like an item to get.
Man, I remember the day I got my PlayStation 1. That was the best day. I was at my grandparents' house and I like
PSX.
we were doing Christmas at my grandparents' house and I could not wait to get home to play it, so they hooked it up on like a crappy small TV for me to play. And it was all like adults kind of trying to pretend to be interested in it or whatever, you know. My dad was genuinely interested in it because he thinks that cool stuff is cool. Yeah, the reason I wanted a PS1 is because my uncle had one.
Yeah.
I told you about this during the Tekken thing. Like, he had Crash Bandicoot and he had Tekken 3, I think, or Tekken 1. It was either Tekken 1 or Tekken 3, and he just would like sit me down in his bedroom and be like, "All right, kid, this video game will supervise you while I go to sleep or whatever." And
Guess that balloon disappeared.
yes,
It's weird that barrels don't give you anything if you already have a guy.
yeah.
Like, they
There's
don't
no
give you
like,
any
there's no
bananas or
super
anything?
armor or anything.
Whoop.
Man, I was reading through some White Plume Mountain. I read through the rest of that adventure to prepare for D&D tomorrow, and there's a part where it tells you what happens if the players fall on some spikes,
Yeah.
and part of it says they immediately contract super tetanus.
Shit. I didn't have that long, but
They contract super tetanus,
super tetanus.
which like kills them in 1d6 rounds if they don't do a greater restoration spell.
You
or
should change it to Zika virus.
something. You have Zika now. Your kid's
Your
head's gonna
child's
be
are gonna be-
weird shaped.
Your child's will be.
Is that all it does? When you get Zika, does it do anything to you,
I
or
don't
is it just
know.
like your babies will have some congenital
Everybody's,
shit?
freaked out about the baby thing, but
Yeah, like it's like anytime there's a new epidemic, we get a bunch of emails at work about it because we do stuff with
medical
like,
shit.
Medical shit, yeah. There's like all kinds of like guidelines that you have to follow in order to prevent people from, because like
Yeah.
when people donate tissue or DNA or whatever, they could accidentally pass on a disease.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fucked up.
Whoa, dudes.
Look,
My name's
dudes, Funky Kong. There's all kinds of Kongs. My bodacious jumbo barrel.
Everything's a barrel. Yeah. So. Okay, so fast travel or something? Yeah. Can I just like,
I think so. The one with the alligator
like
on it is the
not.
one you got to do.
yo, Diddy Goo?
Yo, Diddy cool.
Do I? Hang on.
Lost the big guy again. Blast back on the scene. What are you talking about?
What's Kong's banana board?
Is he mad?
What? So I think I just went back to the previous level.
What'd you do that for?
I didn't mean to. I was trying to just exit his jet stuff.
I don't understand at all what we're doing in this game so far. This game is completely
We are
opaque to me.
progressing forward.
Is that a
except
thing
that
you
we
can
went
just do? You can
backwards.
make them high five?
Yeah.
What happens when you get 3 of those?
That's like how you switch.